Adam Killian. I just got here in Berlin for the Hustlaball. It was an awesome party, and I'm pretty excited to go have a look around the city, so let's go. This is from The Trainer. It's my second movie for Falcon. I did a scene with Ty Colt and Leo Giamatti. It was very hot. It was very fun. I think, yeah, they have a picture of my friends as well. This is actually from Shishi's movie, the first movie I did for Shishi. It's called Taken to the Lowest Level. And this is where I did a solo in this mirror room, which is very fun. I love this mirror room. And this is my boyfriend, Mitchell Rock. He's a very big boy. I know this street. I was here for the Love Parade a few years ago when there were a lot of people, maybe 1 million, I'm not sure, but it was amazing, crazy party. I think it probably destroys a little bit of the city because there were so many people, but it was a very amazing experience, and it's nice to be back. But it's nice to see the Tear Garden as well. This was the division between East and West Berlin, and it's probably one of the most famous attractions here in Berlin. It's very important for history. I remember coming here years ago and just falling in love with Berlin, falling in love with the culture and the city, and it made me decide to come to Germany and study a bit. So I did a year of university here, which was really nice, and I fell in love with the men. More than anything, I think I love the German men. And this line with the brick stones is where the wall used to be, dividing the west and the east. We're in traffic, so maybe we should move. But it's pretty hard to believe that this is where the wall was. I think there are a few places still here that the wall still stands. We should go check them out. And actually, I have a few pieces of the wall. When you come to visit Berlin, you can buy small pieces like magnets or whatever from different places and take a little piece of history home. So let's go. Over here, this building with the glass and steel roof. And one reason it's famous for me is because Henning von Berg did some really cool photos there of, I think, maybe 15 or 16 naked men in the Reichstag, which is kind of crazy because it's a very important government building. And I met him years ago, and he showed me these photos of these naked men in this amazing government building, and we became very close friends after that and did a lot of photos. So I've done many photos with Henning, who is a pretty amazing German photographer, and maybe someday I can do a photo shoot in there too. That would be cool. I'd have to say one of my favorite places in Berlin is the Sony Center. When I lived in Berlin for a year, and I lived right next to the Sony Center actually, and it's just gorgeous. The architecture is amazing. I remember, I might have it a little wrong, but I remember they moved some of the buildings, the old buildings that had been shot up and sort of destroyed in the war. They moved them, I don't know how far, but away from the wall. And so you can still see these bullet holes all through the buildings, but what they've done now is they've encased them in glass and steel. So there's these beautiful glass and steel walls, and a few feet further inside are the old walls of the buildings, still full of bullet holes, and it's amazing. And the Sony Center is always about light. So above is this massive umbrella that protects the circle of the Sony Center, and at night every night it lights up with just different lights, and in the center of the Sony Center there's a fountain that shoots up, and if you go to the movie theater you can go underneath and you can look up through the glass bottom of the fountain, which is just stunning. The architecture in Berlin is probably some of the best I've seen, and it's definitely worth coming here and checking it out. So last Friday was the Hustlaball, which is why I came here this week, and it was a crazy party like it always is. I've been to a few Hustlaballs before, a few years ago, but this is the first time I did a show on the main stage at the Hustlaball, and I have to say it was a little crazy for me because my show, my partner was with Ricky Sins, but Ricky missed his flight, so he didn't make it. So until 5 minutes before the show, I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do. But luckily, Logan McCree, who lives here in Berlin, or he lives in Germany, helped me out, and we wrestled each other on stage, and it was good because he's actually a little lighter than me, so I could pick him up and throw him around, and I think it was a pretty sexy show. But there was a lot of crazy shit going on at the at the Hustlerball. Yeah, the Hustleball is pretty crazy. If you go down in the basement, there's the sex rooms with slings all over the place, and yeah, there were a lot of hot boys there. A lot of hot boys having a lot of fun.